C. Number 14, Lavender Planet is a part of Jupiter. Lavender Planet, Colin's first planet mascot before changing to Greeny, first appeared in episode 7 of season 1, and came back in episode 11 of season 2. He was in Colin's second intro ever since episode 3. He used to be the only planet wearing glasses all the time too. He firstly appeared as a storm on Jupiter, S1EP6, and then broke free and became independent, S1EP7. Since he broke free from Jupiter in that episode, that means that he is a part of Jupiter, a piece of him that broke off. Number 15, Junior and Purple Little were originally dating. This is not secret to anyone. After Purple Little spawned in S2EP16, she started dating with Junior. It ended in part 17 of the same season when Greeny and Purpley adopted her. Number 16, Black Hole's only weakness. The black holes have been shown multiple times to be menacing beings throughout the series. Some of them are even purely evil, like the one in episode 30 of season 1, when a black hole came and put an end on the first chapter of season 1. Some of them are even able to ping others, as shown in episode 13. They are immune to Ultra Killers and other weapons, due to the fact that they absorb everything, and are more a very dense point in the universe where nothing escapes than an actual object, though they have been shown to have at least one weakness. In episode 19 of season 3, right after the remaining planets evacuated the solar system due to the dark force and went to a system in the Andromeda galaxy, Gemonia decided to explore the area a bit, and then he meets a black hole. This black hole tells him that he is very far away. They chat for a little bit, but at some point in the conversation, the black hole mentions that even are frightened by them, because they are capable of destroying black holes. A dark force spawns out of nowhere, because he got pinned by the black hole. Well, not really, he just got mentioned, but you get what I mean, and kills both Gemonia and the BH. This is one of the only times in the series where a black hole has been shown to die, the other one being in S2EP60, when a dark force kills another black hole, making the dark forces the most dangerous entities in the universe. Number 17, Greeny the Smart Planet. Greeny the Smart Planet was an alternative account of Colin Mapping, that is now deleted. This channel originally had some Greeny's familiar episodes, but that's it. The reason Colin deleted this channel is still unknown, but it might be because he did not need this channel anymore. Number 18, the Reborn Stars. The Reborn Stars are a category of stars in the Colin Mapping universe. They are reincarnations of older dead stars. The first one to appear is Sun E, also named Sol E, in episode 45 of season 2, as a replacement of Greenium. This is the first time that a star replaces another star that isn't dead. Sol E is then described by Greater Earth as a second version of our old sun. In episode 56, an intruder named Uranus appears in the solar system, and mentions Pollux E during his introduction. In episode 57, named Reborn, Sirius E appears, and showcase 28 other reborn stars. These stars are inside of Colin's Sun Twitter account. There is a post with 3 other reborn stars: Biang, Gliese 445e, Epsilon Bi, Kepler 62e. Number 19, Floopy Psalms. In episode 97% of season 2, Floopy declares war on the entire solar system, and then eat everyone, even Puanti. Even though he did not participate in the war, he eats Sol E and Azuria afterwards. Floopy shunks due to overeating, and Brucia and Redium broke free. To get rid of them, Floopy do something very illegal and grows arms, which he uses to eject both of them away. Floopy Psalms disappear when the responsible animators have been sacked, which is a 4th wall break. Number 20, the Activiat situation. In early season 1, Uranus and Neptune had a tendency to fight each other over Triton. Uranus wanted so bad to have a moon, causing him to steal Triton from Neptune in episode 4. In the same episode, Triton fight back, and make Uranus his puppet, forming the planet named Uratone. The Urano-Tritanian Wars continued, S1EP4, 7, 9, and finally 10. It's in episode 12 that a small white moon appears next to Uranus, which is Activiat. The moon's name have been chosen by Cutwat, in the comment section of episode 12. Coincidentally, in episode 40 of season 2, Activiat returns right after Triton has an argument with Titania and Uranus. Number 21, Uranus likes turtles. In episode 14 of season 1, when Activiat asks Uranus for mass, he tells him, "I like turtles," which is not only is pretty fun, but is also a reference to the meme, "I like turtles," that were used a lot back when the episode was originally uploaded. It is the first time a meme has been used in the series. Speaking of which, number 22, memes and references. As we saw earlier, Uranus used the "I like turtles" meme in S1 EP14, but he is not the only one. In episode 15 of season 1, when Saturn reforms, he uses the "deal with it" meme, and puts in the appropriate swag glasses afterwards. During episode 17 of season 1, Jupiter says, "Make Jupiter great again," an obvious reference to the "Make America Great Again" MAGA catchphrase. Two references are found in part 27 of the first season, the first one being, "I protect, I attack, but most importantly, I am back," said by Uranus when Saturn cured him from his infection. The second meme in this episode is the "That a lot of damage," said by Neptuno after a big war at the end of the episode. At some point in part 25 of season 3, Greeny says, "Coincidence?" To what a wormhole, who replies, "I don't think so." In episode 26 of season 3, Planet H asks Rectangular, "Do you want me to reveal my little friend?" which is a reference to the quote from the Scarface movie of 1983. The thumbnail of episode 69 of season 2 is an obvious reference to the "nice 69 inches" meme that everyone know nowadays. By the way, Colin made a double reference in the comments section of EP 69, because the username, Chewy Eraser, said, "Nothing can beat this episode," to what Colin responded by, "Part 420. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary." Chewy then said, "Part 69,420. Amateurs, in part 85. Greeny say, "Frog you." Pteranodon B planet that killed Rectangular, before shooting him with an ultra killer. Frog you is a meme on his own and a way to avoid swearing to. During episode 92 of season 2, Fuchsia says, "Of course, Mr. White," which is a direct reference to Walter White in Breaking Bad. And finally, in the thumbnail of episode 103 of season 2, Scarlet says, "You underestimate my power." Yet again a direct reference to Anakin Skywalker from episode 3 of Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. Number 23, PORP. PORP, abbreviation of Planet of United Rocky Planets, is a massive terrestrial habitable planet first showed in EP 20 of season 1, the most popular episode of the series. He got dissolved in EP 23 of season 1, and came back in EP 35. This planet appeared when the members of the Rocky Alliance, except Titan, merge into one planet almost as big as Ormadonia. He has 4 known country balls: Oitagius, Jordania, Mammalia, Kakirishio. Now what's interesting about that planet is that, in episode 23, Venus broke free from PORP, even though she never merged or joined him, since she died in episode 19 when Ormadonia expanded. This continuity error probably comes from the fact that Venus was a member of the Rock Alliance when she died, but it's still weird. Number 24, Inactive Blue. Blue is a color planet, who first appeared in episode 15s2, and his superpower is to make anything he wants disappear. Just think for a moment. Just think, about how many threats Blue could have defeated if he wasn't so inactive all the time. In episode 56, Uranus confirmed that Blue is the most powerful object in the universe, so yes, Blue could have carried the solar system so many times, yet he never did. So the theory says that Blue is actually secretly responsible for every intruder's bombing to the solar system, and that every aggressive planets and wars are an attempt of him to take over Milkydromeda. I'm just kidding, he is just lazy. List of Greeny's inventions. So this is not very a point, but I just really wanted you guys to acknowledge every of Greeny's inventions. Number 25, Blue Veus, a third child. In Greeny's family and Blue Veus family cast, the user named Junoball asked how many more children does him and Maymeda want, and she replied to that she wants another child. This third child is still upcoming, and did not appear yet. Number 26, Episode 36 of Season 1, on the official Colin Mapping wiki, there is a page named Season 1 Episode 36. There is no information in this page except for the release date that was supposed to be 2024, but it didn't happen. Another mention of this 36th episode is on the page named Maps. In the Season 1 gallery, you can see there is one frame of Episode 36 that have been added. In 2022, Colin Mapping asked Brius if he was going to make EP 36, to what he replied that he was planning on making it. There is also a page named Season 1 Inch in the wiki. If you scroll down to Chapter 2, you can see the list of stars of this second chapter, list which includes Spawnisher since S1 EP 36. Meaning that this star will spawn in the solar system to replace Greeny. Something weird about this is that Spawnisher was already a star in Season 3, he appeared in Episode 22 when Rainbowier Ultimata spawned him. There is also an indication on this page that Chapter 2 of Season 1 is going to end when Episode 40 will be reached, which would make it the shortest chapter ever made. As of now, Episode 36 of Season 1 did not get uploaded yet. Number 27, Colin brother. Colin does have a brother in real life. His name is Colin Mapping. Just like Greeny the Smart Planet, this channel is now inactive. Number 28, Hypothetical Objects and Actual Exoplanets. In Colin Mapping Sirius there are a lot of fictional and random planets, but sometimes, it happens that some planets actually are or share characteristics with actually celestial objects. Let's start with hypothetical planets. The first one to appear is Planet X, who spawns in S1 EP3, and crosses Neptune's, then Pluto's orbits. Planet X comes back in Episode 2 of Season 2, and in Season 3, he is here since the beginning. An interesting point here is that in Season 2, Planet X is showed to have a special power. He has the ability to make his outline glow cyan and shoot a deadly laser right after, just like in Episode 40 when he came back to take revenge on Neptune. The orange aggressive planet from Episode 57 possesses the same power. Theia shows up next in Episode 14 of Season 1, and then collides with Earth again in EP 15. However, he comes back in Episode 14 of Season 3. 14 is Theia's lucky number. He gets hit by Apophis in Part 25, and dies due to the vacuum decay in Part 30. The next one is Metadaxium's best friend. the legendary fifth giant, with his design inspired by Agil. Fun fact about him: from 2021 to 2024, if you searched up fifth giant on Google, this little fella's page from the Colin Mapping wiki showed up, spawned in episode 2 of season 3. He got teleported by a wormhole from S3EP22 to S2EP48. This is the same episode where Red spawns a sixth giant. Now this sixth giant is not a hypothetical object, but the name, sixth giant, is the one of an actual disproven gas giant, and is also sometimes used to describe Planet 9 or X in astronomy. So, there is also counter-Earth in the series, but his case is ambiguous, so I will save him for later. Now for the exoplanets. The first one is 55 Cancri E, who appears in episode 20 of the first season, Kepler 186f, who shows up during the events of episode 25 from the first season. He also becomes Nepluto's moon at the end of this episode. Now there is a planet named Kepler, who is in the thumbnail of part 20, and while some think that it could have been Kepler 1, I don't think so. Firstly because Kepler 1 have been renamed Tres 2b a long while ago, and that this green planet looks nothing like Tres' dark coal color. Actually, if Tres 2b existed in Colin Mapping Sirius, he would be totally invisible. Last exoplanet is more a speculation. In part 40 of season 2, a gas giant planet with the conjectural name of huge exoplanet appears. This huge exo word might be HD 100,546b, who was the largest exoplanet at the date this episode came out. Even the colors of the bands match those of HD, so it might have buying him. Also, this huge exoplanet spilt into the future members of the Neptune squad, same members that have been killed by Planet X's orange brother, except one of them that got incinerated by Azuria Sarvel in part 50. Number 29, the 4D creatures. The 4D creatures are space entities comporting an x-axis, as explained during the Chosen 4 meeting of 4-dimensional S2EP73. These creatures are unrealistically strong, and are difficult to understand for 3Dlings. They only exist in Season 2. The only 4D creatures known are the corrupt stars and Hypercuboidea. As revealed, he was secretly 4D in S2EP77. There are 5 types of corrupt stars. FA means first apparition, the greens, the yellows, the blues, the reds, the greys. Only the yellow and green corrupt stars can properly talk with 3Dlings. PS. The yellow corrupt stars have never appeared on the screen, only mentioned in episode 76 of season 2. As characteristics, go watch episode 76. For Hypercuboidea informations, go watch episodes 74 and 77.